Ryan Jarrell here for LowKick MMA, and you know who my next guest is, the one championship heavyweight title holder, the truth, Brandon Vera himself. Brandon, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on, Mr. Jarrell.
Yes, sir. Well, it's always a pleasure, and I'm excited to see you step back in the cage. It's been a little while since we've seen you step in there and compete. Tell me, what has these last few months been like for you?
It's kind of, I want to say it's kind of been the same for everybody else around the world. It's kind of been this Corona world style living, do what you can when you can, and then when you're not allowed, don't do that. It's kind of hit and miss, finding training partners, traveling here, traveling there, seeing the family. I've became a dad, had to move businesses around. Corona has caused us to shuffle a lot of things. Training is constant, rehabbing is constant. Man, and always looking forward to doing everything with and for one is always constant. So I guess just I've been like everybody else around the world. We've been hurrying up to get ready to get ready.
Sure. I'm at that age now where a lot of my friends are having kids. I'm getting married at the end of next year, and
Congratulations!
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, she's going to want to start having kids immediately. What is the biggest change in your life since becoming a father? How has it changed just your outlook on the world?
A lot of people say that you end up with this epiphany and like you have this second calling when you have a child. And I've always been like this. Like I've always wanted to grind. I've always wanted to do better and make more. And when I say make more, I'm not talking about just money. Like I want to make more, like make more smiles, make more people happy, like make the world a better place for our children, So it's not just about making money. It's just making more, making the world a better place. And I've always been like that. He's come along and, man, honestly, I can just tell you he's made me smile more. He's made us laugh and giggle so much more. And I don't know, you becoming a father, like becoming a husband and becoming a father, you're going to do a lot. You're going to be doing a lot right away. I was just taking in stride, it's not you anymore. That's the biggest thing you have to remember. Like once you become married and once you have a baby, it's not you. Your feelings really don't matter anymore. Your ego is gone. Like you kind of have to do what's best for the group, and you kind of start living your life like that, man. And if you really want to be a dad, you really want to be a husband, that stuff's easy, man. It's really, really easy. Sorry, I went off on the.
Oh, no worries. I appreciate that's a great answer. It's a phenomenal answer, and congratulations on being a dad and all the personal success in your life. One of the things I was going to ask you too, Brandon, that I don't know necessarily gets as much attention as it should is like the volunteer work that you have done over in the Philippines to help the poor. Can you just kind of like talk about I guess how that all came about and maybe some goals that you have here moving forward in the future?
I haven't really talked about it. I don't talk about it because that's what's IGable and shareable and hashtagable. That's what everybody's doing to become famous. I figure if you really want to be doing it, you should just be doing it. And then if people happen to be taking photos or somebody finds out about it, then okay. But I don't know. It's a weird thing to me, man. So it's kind of weird to talk about it. But I love helping people, man. Like I love the smile on people's faces when, man, we're in the Philippines. Like the rest of the world might not understand this, and it's a hard concept to get. But man, if you give somebody in the Philippines a T-shirt, listen, man, a fucking T-shirt, you change their life. Because now they're not standing in the sun. They actually have something to put on. They actually have something to wash. Like, until you experience that or you feel that, man, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't have an addictive personality except for training, I guess, but I guess if this was a drug, this would be something I could get addicted to, like just helping people. And man, I don't do the big charities. I don't run around and and help everyone after the disasters, because that's when everybody wants to come out, everybody wants to do a part because their heartstring got plucked and now they want to do their part. For me, man, I just do it when I can, where I can. Like if I have a big donation or somebody's getting rid of this or somebody's getting rid of that, man, I go out to the parts where there's no help, where there's no electricity, where there's no roads. We go out to those spots and just talk to people and say hello and ask how life is and bring them clothes, bring them conversation, bring them foods, bring chocolates that some of those villagers would never ever have, even though it's only 8 hours away. So I enjoy it, man. I really enjoy watching people smile with their hearts and see how genuinely happy everybody is, you know? So how do I explain this? Like, sorry, I'm going on and on and on. There's another part, like we give people bags of clothes and we don't, you know, we try to separate them men's and women's, but we don't know sizing and all that stuff. And we have a lot of different donors that help us. So when we're putting stuff in the bags, one of the things I tell everybody is, you know, hey guys, I'm sorry if it's not to your liking or if it's too big or too small for you. Before I can even finish, the villagers are telling me, don't worry. We help each other here. We always take care of each other. We'll just trade and make sure that everybody's taken care of. Come on, man. Like, where the hell can you find that in the world today, you know? So I'm just a fan of them, and I'm a fan of making people smile. So thank you for bringing that up, and I'm sorry I just went on and on about it again. I do enjoy it, though, brother.
I appreciate you going in depth and talking about it, because again, at the end of the day, whether you know you're a professional fighter who has gold around their waist, or you know you're a school teacher, at the end of the day, what really matters is helping others. And I think that needed to have a light shined on it. So thank you for talking about it. And wow, I can't even imagine what it would be like to experience that. I hope I'm fortunate enough to experience that at some point here down the line. Now, you are in California right now. Tell me, I guess, what is the immediate future looking like? Are you going to be going back over to the Philippines soon? And, you know, I know that there's going to be a fight. It hasn't been announced just yet, but at some point, I know you're going to be scrapping.
I'm looking forward to competing again the first quarter of the year. Have a lot of things, because, man, the world shut down. And then the world seems to be opening back up. Now everybody wants to go all at the same time. It's like, damn, man, for real. So I just have to line everything up and make sure that I can, I guess, eat my share of the plate. I guess I can't have my plate overfilling. But first quarter is what I'm definitely looking forward to, and it kind of sucks because I'm already dreaming about it and like getting restless about it. Like, oh, I should be training. I'm going first quarter. Oh, I should be training going first quarter. Oh, man, I just woke up. Or, man, I just finished eating. Or, man, we just finished training. Relax. So that part is what I'm looking forward to. We're actually shooting a movie. We're finished. We were probably halfway into a movie that we're shooting in the Philippines. And over the radio, because it was in the middle of the shoot, in between one of the takes, and I heard on the radio, we're going into full lockdown starting tomorrow or starting midnight, whenever, because we're shooting late on set. I don't know if it was on the 12th or the 13th, but it's like, what the heck? What the hell's this? Boom. We had to leave. We talked to the doctors, we left, and then, yeah, we got to finish that damn movie.
What is the movie?
Man. So the movie is badass. Like when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my God. And they shot the trailer with only half of the day shot. The movie is about a damn virus.
Wow, how ironic with the timing of that.
Dude, it's so awesome. And then but this is my zombie movie. This is a zombie movie that I've been wanting to do since for forever. Before I signed with my management group, one question they asked me was like, Brandon, if you could ever shoot your own movie or do a movie, what would you do? And I told them a zombie movie. I would do an end of the world apocalypse zombie movie that is badass with like really, really cool zombies. So that's what we're doing right now.
So did you have a hand in writing this at all, or are you just there acting?
No, sir, I'm just there acting. But, you know, I don't have any say in the writing except for when we get the script, so we can ask if we can change words, or maybe I can talk about my emotions and maybe flip it, or, you know, there's certain things we can move around. But for the most part, it was just virtual playground, the directors, their writers, and man, they just made it happen. It's like a video game, man. It's like a video game.
That is very
It's
cool.
so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, we have that, and then we have a bunch of endorsements to finish up. Man, contracts that we signed last year that we still have to finish this year. Or I guess try to finish up as much as you can in 2020.
You're going to be a busy man here as 2021 nears. Now, I'm sure I'm very late to the party here on this one, but, you know, I've always thought that you remind me a lot of The Rock. You ever thought about being like The Rock's body double? I'm sure you've heard that before.
You know, I have heard that before. He's an awesome individual. Just two different paths. You know, I wouldn't have time to follow his career around and be a body double for anybody. I need a body double for me so I can get more stuff done.
Yeah. No, absolutely, right? I mean, with everything you have going on, you could have a second Brandon Vera out there to try and help you make life a little bit easier.
Please, Lord. Yeah, I need my own doppelganger. Yeah.
Now, I talk a little bit about your fight career here. The loss that you suffered just most recently. I know that was, you know, down a weight class. You lost to Ang Lu Sung. I probably said that horrifically wrong, but
That's all right. I'll fix it.
tell me what's the lesson learned from this one? I mean, I know you've been a veteran of you know, the sport for a very long time now, and these things happen, losses happen. But what are you taking from this one as you move forward?
So, two things I'm taking moving forward. First and foremost, big bones break little bones. So I teach this to everyone, and I don't know why. I'm a professional world champ, and I still make mistakes. He threw a kick, and I blocked it with my hand and broke my hand. So, man, even at the level that I am for this game, I'm still making rudimentary mistakes that I have to sharpen up on. So it just goes to show, always sharpen your sword. Second part is I'm never dropping down a light heavyweight again. I'm over cutting weight at this point in my career. I'm not cutting any more weight.
How does that weight cut affect you? If you're going to be going down and really, you know, basically putting your body through all of that, how does it affect your performance when you step inside the cage?
You know, it's different at one championship because we are not allowed to do weight cutting weights, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we follow the standard of the hydration tests coming from the United States Wrestling Association, you know? So I guess losing 25 or 30 pounds isn't as bad when you're doing it the way that I did, through diet and over a long course of period. Even that being said, it was still hard on me during the week of. I'm losing a lot of weight from I lost between 30 to 25 pounds. I don't know, some little guy said they could do that and go all day long, but man, as a heavyweight, I was just tired. I could not, I don't want to say tired, because when you say tired, you sound like you're out of shape, but man, sometimes you're just pushing the button and nothing's coming out.
Yeah, for sure. What's the heaviest you get nowadays? Like if you're out of camp and you're kind of enjoying yourself, like what's as big as Brandon Vera gets now?
262, 255. Yeah. Like over Thanksgiving, I'll probably get to like 262. And then before the holidays are over, I'll be back to 250. And that's just me eating. That's just our eating fluctuation.
Sure. Yeah. Now, you know, as I mentioned earlier too, Brandon, you've been around for a while now. When you look at your career, everything that you've accomplished, I mean, you had a lot of success in the UFC. Now you're over at ONE, and you're the heavyweight title holder there. You know, when you hang it all up and you're all done, like, what do you feel like you're going to be remembered for?
The man. You know, there's been a lot of people that have come and gone. Started before me, ended before me, started after me, and ended before me. Man, I'm still here, hurting people, putting people away. And I think just that in itself is very, very impressive. I've been able to take care of my body. I've been able to take care of my mind. I've been able to take care of our soul so that the sport hasn't torn us apart. And man, I think that in itself is a godsend. Like, God, man, yeah. When you look back at it, like I've done it the way I've wanted to do it. So I think and I hope everybody gets to remember me by that. You know, I actually got to do it exactly how I wanted to do it.
And, you know, having said that, you're in your early 40s now. Like, how good are you feeling? How much longer can your fans expect to see you compete?
You know, every time I get that question, I always forget how old I am until you guys bring up my age. But honestly, you know, I don't know. As long as my body is holding up and I can't really complain about anything. I'm trying to think of, why would I stop? Why would we stop? The only thing that keeps coming to my head when people ask, how long are you going to go? How long do you see yourself doing this for? Man, Randy and Dan Henderson did this till they were 48, you know? And do I want to be doing this till I'm 48? I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that statement right now.
Right.
So I don't know. I really have no idea. I enjoy the competition. I enjoy training every day. One Championship just signed a bunch of monsters, a bunch of phenomenal heavyweights from around the world, man. Dude, Buchecha, come on, man.
Yeah.
You kidding me? The guy that I have to compete against still. Well, I'm drawing a blank right now because I had to think of Buchecha's name.
Yeah, and then you're facing Arjan Bhullar next.
That's his name, Arjan Bhullar. I couldn't think of his name right now because when I first heard Buchecha got signed, they didn't tell me Buchecha. They told me his real name, and I was like, "Who's that?" Like, they're like, "Man, he's an amazing world champ. He's in the jiu-jitsu world." No, he's not. Like, I was trying to think, like, I don't know that guy. Oh, Buchecha. Oh, so yeah. They have Amir. He's fighting on the 4th. They signed 2 undefeated Russian guys that look like, dude, these guys look like somebody put them together. Somebody drew them together, you know? Like giant Sage Northcuts, man.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's an interesting comparison right there. Clearly with what one is doing, and they're going to have a ton of potential opponents for you here in the near future. Would you ever consider, you know, going to another promotion when your tenure with one ends, or are you hoping that you finish your career and your last fight will be for one championship?
No, I am going to for sure continue representing one championship for the rest of my career and after. Hopefully, I get to work and become part of the company afterwards, and still represent the brand and martial arts. That being said, if we ever could do a cross promotion or do something where athlete versus athlete, if I'm representing one championship, I would absolutely love that. Yeah. I mean, what all the fans want to see.
That would be amazing. And that is right. That is what the fans want to see. And that actually leads me to my next question. How do you think you would fare right now against the best that, you know, the UFC has to offer, or Bellator? You know, how do you feel like you'd step in there and do against a guy like Stipe or Ngannou, for example?
Man, the only way we can find out is to find out. I'd be more than happy to find out. All those guys know who I am. They know I'd be happy to find out. You don't have to ask me more than once. You just need to ask, and I'm in.
100%. Well, I know the fans would love to see that. Let's talk about this next matchup with Arjan Bhullar. He's 9-1. You know, where do you feel like you're going to hold the biggest advantages in this fight?
Man, so everybody's talking about Arjan's wrestling. You know, he comes from this ridiculous wrestling background. Man, his hands are better than his wrestling, man. He stands in the pocket, he moves around. So I'm still trying to figure Arjan out. I watch a lot of his tapes, and he seems pretty even everywhere. Like, if you could rate every individual's, I would say, if you could break it down, think like a video game, jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing. Like, on his report card, he's all B's across. He's all, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have, I can't give him a bad grade anywhere. Even his cardio as a heavyweight is good. So I'm still looking for those holes. All we're doing is sharpening up our game and making sure that listen, one thing that I do have over everybody is I'm faster than everybody. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm faster than everybody. I don't know why. I think maybe just watching Sweet Pea Whitaker and Roy Jones Jr. growing up. And I'm a heavyweight. I don't want to get hit by one of those guys. Are you kidding me?
Right.
That's 260 pounds of anger. I don't need that on my face or in my brain. So we just keep moving and look for the holes. That's basically the game plan for everyone, you know. And then we have to make tweaks to their game. But Arjon's a tough cookie to figure out. Doesn't have any holes. Doesn't have any holes that are apparent right out the gate. You know, you have to grind on them a little bit and try to force them open.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but based on what you're saying, to me, it sounds like you feel like he's solid everywhere, but maybe not excellent everywhere. Like you're going to be able to have an advantage over him in a certain area.
What you said is exactly how I'm feeling. I just have to find it, you know, and you're not going to be able to find it until you're in there.
Sure. How do you see yourself getting your hand raised? Is this going to be a long, drawn-out, grueling fight, or do you think you're going to be able to get him out of there early?
Definitely not long, drawn-out, grueling fight. For sure. I don't ever plan to have the fights be decided by the referees, you know. You have to finish this fight or I have to finish this fight, one way or the other. I'm not a fan of decisions. I think our fans and our people who are watching deserve more than that.
For sure. Now, you said first quarter of 2021. Are we talking March or maybe even a little bit before that, like around Super Bowl time?
Hopefully March, April.
Okay.
So end of first quarter, March, April, yeah.
Very good. Well, I know everyone is really excited to tune in and catch this one. Always awesome watching you step in there and compete, Brandon. Very much appreciate you joining us here today. It was great to catch up. I know I told you I got a chance to briefly meet you before we went live, so it's good to see you here via Zoom and do this interview. If you want to plug your social media, the floor is yours.
Man, make sure you guys follow us. I'm a gaming video content creator now. I'm a professional gamer. So you can follow us at Truth Like High Gaming on Facebook. Follow me on Brandon Vera MMA on Facebook or Brandon the Truth Vera on Instagram. I am on Parler, I am on Twitter, but I don't know my handles, so you might be able to find me. And man, I just want to say thank you to everyone from One Championship, to the people who've ever had a hand in my career, people that have made me sweat, people have yelled at me in a constructive way. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.